Damn it, man. I was all set with my mind to read tonight, but I forgot the freaking book at home. Because the last time I read, I was at home and I had it on my mind. Stop by the office on your way out the door and grab the book. And you know how that goes. So, Jesus Christ. I do apologize. And that means when I do read, which will probably be Wednesday, I'm going to spend some time. We're going to get through several chapters. Again, I do apologize. Oh, Lord, I'm so upset about it. But, anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the other part of the title. So long, serial killers. Yeah. You need to understand, and for all the people who are into the criminal mind of a serial killer, the behavior, um, forensic psychology, and all that as it relates to serial killers. Um, I guess we'll just be stuck on the serial killers of the past. I think Rex Heuermann will be the last of the prolific serial killers we shall ever see. And I say that because of technology, the advancement of technology. Everybody has a cell phone. Rex Heuermann tried to be slick with it, and he had like several burner phones trying to throw the cops off, which he did successfully for many years. And if you ask me, I think he's been killing since 1996. By the way, if you don't know, they just identified a victim, not necessarily one of Rex Heuermann victims, but it probably is. They first found her legs that washed up on Fire Island, which is not too far from Gilgo Beach. You just go down the road, and to get to Fire Island, you got to get on a boat. So I don't believe he got on a boat and dropped a pair of legs with red fingernail polish on the toes, wrapped up in a black plastic bag with a belt tied around it. I don't believe he got on a boat and threw the legs there. He probably threw them somewhere and they washed ashore there. But they found this woman's legs. She was 34 years old. She lived on, I want to say 46th Street and maybe, was it 8th Avenue in Manhattan? Um, she was last seen February 14th, Valentine's Day of 1996, and her legs were discovered April of that same year, a couple of months later. And they never did find her torso. But all they did was have her legs all these years until 2011 when they found four bodies and they continued the search. They found her skull. And through DNA testing, they was able to match her skull that they found in 2011 to her legs that they found in 1996 in the prior century. Ain't that some shit? But they never found her arms, never found her torso. God knows where that is. And her name was Karen Vergata. Very pretty lady. She was most certainly a sex worker as well. And so, with the advancement of DNA and mitochondrial um, DNA, mitochondrial DNA as well, everybody has cameras all over the place. That gas stations, street lights, um, ring. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard, and people don't hitchhike anymore either. You know, so it's pretty hard to get away with murder these days. Very hard. Um, I mean, when I think about, okay, so it's going to be hard for serial killers to get away with murder, but what about that compulsion that they have? They're still going to go out and murder. Yes, they will, but they will be getting caught quicker. So there won't be no more high body counts like Samuel Little. He had like 93 body counts. Green River Killer had what, 49 and counting. Gacy had 33 under his house. There won't be any more high body counts. For example, if you've been following the story with Kohlberger, some crazy dude in Idaho killed the 4 college students. I mean, and got real personal. He stabbed them to death. And it's been a big, high profile case. That might have been, and I'm inclined to believe, that might have been his first kill. And it seemed like he patterned himself off of BTK. But he was caught quickly. He would have been a serial killer. We can't deem him that at this point in time. But had it not been for the advancement of technology, he probably would have killed a couple other people by now. You know? So that's one thing. And just the other day, what happened was this guy, 29 years old, he was in Spokane, Washington. He picked up a prostitute, drove 7 hours with her to his house in Oregon. In his garage, he had built a makeshift cell made out of cinder block. And he had a steel door there, and he threw her in there. He also had like a notepad with, reminders for himself. Make sure you pick somebody up that nobody's going to look for. Nobody cares about. Somebody who doesn't have family. And some other crazy crap he left on this notepad. But anyway, he left the house. And that woman beat that metal door down with her bare hands until they were bloody. She was able to get herself out of there, flag someone down. She had saved her own life. When he came back, realized she was gone, he fled to Nevada, Reno, Nevada, I want to believe. And they caught him the next day. It's the advancement of technology, cell phones and tracking systems. And you can't run. You can run, but you ain't going to be hiding but for so long. So had it not been for technology and all these tracking systems, you buy these new cars, it's automatically a GPS. You don't pay your bill, they'll shut this car down and know where it's at to come get it. You can't get away with nothing these days. But had they not caught him, had it not been for the advancement of technology, first of all, at some point he would have killed that woman, and he would have had more women placing into this cell that he built and made out of cinder block. So the day...
Bye, Ella.
Okay, I'm coming.
I close the door.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. So the day of the prolific serial killer is gone. Kaput. Finito. Finished. That compulsion that they have, they're still going to act out on it, on some poor, unfortunate soul of a victim. But at least it won't be an abundance of victims. You know, it is what it is. So I have updated you on the latest with Rex Heuermann. Again, the trial is going to be well off into the future unless he decides to confess. He doesn't strike me as the kind that wants to brag and boast, like a BTK or Lawrence Bittaker or whoever else, or Ted Bundy. He just strikes me as someone who is so uh, psychopathic that he ain't gonna tell where his other dumping grounds are. And if the detectives and the law enforcement can't figure it out, well, too bad, because you're never gonna get it out of this motherfucker. He ain't telling shit. He doesn't, it doesn't even dawn on him that, family members want to have closure. He don't give a fuck. That's the type of serial killer this fool is. So, with all that being said, it's a relief that, that whole criminal murdering genre is basically no more. But what has taken its place are the mass murderers. Mass murderers are the individuals who go and kill a whole bunch of people at one time. Most of them off themselves anyway. Most of them do. And which is the difference between mass murderers and a serial killer. Mass murderers off a whole lot of people in several minutes, maybe an hour. If you're at that elementary school, maybe before last. But serial killers, they kill several people over a period of time. It's always a cooling off period. And then that demonic monkey gets on their back and they got to go at it again. And so these individuals, again, can have that compulsion and they can even act on it. But it will only last but so long. Thank God for technology is all I have to say. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I will catch up with you all on Wednesday. Peace.